Hello, everyone. This is Danny Vargas from eSynthesis. Continuing the conversation here about email marketing and how it can benefit your small business, let me tell you a little story about that, and that is my own. For the last 6 years, I've had my own company, and I've, like any other small business owner, have been searching for ways to promote my business without having to spend a ton of money. Because, of course, like any small business owners, we're all working with very tight budgets, and we have to find ways and find those tools that can help us spread the word about what we do, yet not have to cost us an arm and a leg to do. And email is one of those tools. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. I want you guys to start using email and email marketing and sending email blasts every month to your customers and prospects. I want you to start using that as one of the main ways that you promote your business because it's effective. And let me tell you why it's effective. One of the first things I discovered was that email is just the cheapest option. If you want to advertise your products or services, it's expensive. You're talking about direct mail, the yellow pages, major local newspapers, community newspapers. You're talking about perhaps radio, television, right? Those are the options. But all of those options are very costly. They're not cheap, okay? They're all probably $1,000 or more to start doing. Direct mail I know is many thousands of dollars because even a postcard costs money. It's the better part of $1 to send that postcard out. And so you have to send it multiple times too because most of the time it ends up in the garbage. The yellow pages, does anybody even look at the yellow pages anymore? They must because they're charging $5,000 for that service, for an ad there. Then the local newspapers, again, they're $1,000 plus. For the most part, even community papers are close to $1,000 if you want to advertise. And the longer you want to run the ad, beyond a few days, you have to pay more. Radio and television, even though the price of those things has come down, they're still $5,000, $10,000 plus to get going in those mediums. So we all come back to what's the most affordable thing? Email. Because, and especially, if you attend my March 4th webinar, I'm going to show you how you can send your own email blast yourself so that you don't have to pay anyone to do it. You can do it in-house and for as little as $10 per month. I mean, you can't beat that, right? You simply can't beat that. But that's not the only reason email is superior. The other thing I like about email is that it's very highly targeted. You're sending emails to a small group of people that are either customers right now or that are prospective customers. You don't care about the entire universe of people that may potentially need your services or products. We don't know that. We can't guess that. When you put an ad in the newspaper, you're hoping that of all the people that read the Miami Herald, for example, that someone is going to see your ad that's going to need your services and it's going to give you a call. But the chances of that are slim. So sure, print advertising can work, and so can some of these other mediums, but you have to make sure that the audience of those periodicals or those radio stations or television stations are comprised of people that need your product or service. I like email because it's very, very targeted. You can get a list that you build yourself, or you can rent a list of emails where you can go ahead and say, these are the kinds of people I'm looking for, and then you target them only, to the exclusion of everybody else. Okay, so that's very important. Another advantage of email is that it's very, very measurable. Think about it. When you put an ad in the Herald, what do you do? What do you do? You sit back and you wait for the phone to ring. You pray for the phone to ring, right? But what happens? What if it doesn't? When you spend $1,000 for the ad, it's running for a week. Nobody calls you. What went wrong? Was it the headline? Was it the image that you used? Was the copy wrong? Was the call to action too weak? You don't know. So what happens? You kind of guess as to what failed, and then you create another ad and you put it on again. Here we go for another $1,000. Let's see if this one works. What if nobody calls then? Okay? That doesn't happen with email, because let's say you send out an email blast to 1,000 people. You will have a report immediately within minutes of that email going out telling you how many people opened your email, how many people clicked on something in your email, how many times they opened it, who exactly opened it, how many times they clicked on something, how many times it was forwarded to a friend. You have that hard data so that if nobody actually bought something because of that email, you can make adjustments and send out another blast. And guess what? It doesn't cost you another $1,000. it costs you nothing more. You're going to spend the $10 per month only, and you can send your blast multiple times and not spend an additional penny. Okay? That's the power of email. You can experiment. It's forgiving. Email is very forgiving. So if your ad campaign in the local newspaper didn't work, if you try again, it's going to cost you more money. With email, you can try again, and you don't have to worry about it. You can actually alter your campaign without spending additional cash. You can measure, track, and test until you get it just right. Okay? That's a huge advantage of email. But there's another advantage, okay? And that is that email is dynamic. You know, if you put an ad in the paper, that's pretty boring, isn't it? I mean, that's been going on for 100 plus years, you know, for centuries, really. So, what's new about that? You know, what's dynamic? People are used to that stuff. So, in email, you have a whole different situation because you can send an email that has audio, video, color graphics, and none of that stuff costs you any more money. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't cost you any more money to put an audio clip, to put a video clip, to put all the graphics and use all the colors that you want. And your email can look every bit as nice as Bill Gates' emails, as Warren Buffett's emails, okay? They can be every bit as attractive as Coca-Cola's emails, you know, Macy's emails, whatever. So you can compete with the big boys, all right? This is an area where you can actually compete, and your emails can look every bit as glamorous as something that Macy's sends out, okay? And the best part of this is that, you know, with an ad in the paper, what do people do? They have to call you. They can't really interact with your offer. Whereas in an email, people can click on your hyperlinks. They can go see your blog. They can go see your offer. They can go see your photo gallery. They can go see whatever. You can make it interesting for them, okay? Which builds, you know, trust with that customer, builds a relationship with that customer. They get to know you and your company better. So you really can't do that with an ad in the newspaper or in the yellow pages, etc. You know, really can't do that. So email is dynamic. Okay, it's not just the same old boring information. It's presented in a whole new different way, and you can have fun with it, and you can be creative with it. Okay, so these are the three reasons, or some of the reasons of why email is superior to other advertising. Number one, it's affordable, it's forgiving, okay, and it's dynamic. So it's something you need to be trying. I hope you'll consider attending my March 4th webinar because I'm going to show you there how to do it yourself. And I think that information is going to be tremendously useful to you in mounting your own email campaigns and starting to use this medium to grow your business, you know, and to leapfrog your competitors and make sure that your customers and prospective customers choose you and not the competition. Okay? So until next time, thank you so much for your attention. I wish you the best, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.